Your last topic in your third unit is your lazy learners. Lazy learners is a topic which is very small and very easy to understand. Your lazy learner, it's a type of learning technique that does not process your training data until it needs to make a prediction. Now, what do I mean by this? See, when I am going to a shop to buy a pen. Okay, I have purchased the pen, I have come out. Same like me, there are 10 people who are buying the same pen. Now the lazy learners concept comes into picture, where that lazy learner has to predict the purchase or purchasal history of the pen and how it is in the market. Okay, until then the data, whatever the training data or the processing of that pen, anything is not relevant to the lazy learner. Only the relevant information is what, when the pen's prediction has to be done, then only this concept comes into picture. Okay, now let's see first, lazy learners. Lazy learner is what? Lazy learning, it's for what? Instant based learning, simply stores training data and waits until it is given to test tuple. Now, what do you mean by test tuple here? To predict something. Eager learning. Eager learning is what? It's a given set of training tuples, constructs a classification model before receiving new data to classify. Exactly opposite to your lazy learning is your eager learning. Eager is what? First, fast it will be continuing. First it has a training tuples, then it constructs whatever the classification model it wants. It might be your construction model or your usage model, whatever it is, and it classifies the data using an algorithm. But what does your lazy learner does? It simply what? Stores whatever the data it has, but it waits until when the prediction has to be done. Now, lazy is what? Less time in training but more time in predicting. Accuracy of lazy learning method effectively uses a richer hypothesis space, since it uses many local linear functions to form an implicit global approximation to the target function. Yes, because your lazy learners is accurate and effectively uses, why? Because as I told you in the previous example, I am purchasing a pen. Like me, there are 10 more customers who are buying the pen. Now it's the point of lazy learner or lazy learning technique to give the correct prediction. It has to be effective than compared to the eager learner. Now, eager must commit to a single hypothesis that cover the entire instance space. Here, eager learner, what he is doing, based upon only a single classification algorithm, they are doing it. But whereas your lazy learner, what it is doing, it is predicting based upon 10 customers. So, this might be accurate when compared to only a single one. Next, it is what? Instance based. In your lazy learners, we use your KNN approach or a locally weighted approach or your case based reasoning. These are the three techniques or three approaches where we use your lazy learners instant based methods. You're storing training examples and delay the processing. That is nothing but your lazy evaluation, how you are going to evaluate it until a new instance must be classified. As I told you, the approaches are what? Your k nearest, that is KNN approach, that is k nearest neighbor approach. Here what happens? Instance represented as what? Points in a. Next, you have locally weighted regression. In your locally weighted regression, what is happening? It constructs your wall approximation, local approximation, whatever is happening. In case-based reasoning, what is happening? It takes some symbolic representations and knowledge-based inferences. Now, basically, the main idea of this lazy learners is what? It waits for the testing data to be appeared after what? Storing the training data. Whatever the data is stored or whatever the testing data it is present, finally the main aim of your lazy learners is to predict that data. Other than that, it doesn't have any other thing. As I told you, these are the algorithms where we use your lazy learners, that is your KNN, K nearest neighbor approach, then your locally weighted regression and your case based reasoning. These three are the approaches where we use your lazy learners. And the other point here is it can also accept your naive Bayes rules also. When I am talking about your approaches, it can also use your naive Bayes approach, and Mostly it is used in what, in your commercial spam detection softwares or your malpractice softwares. Any of such softwares also we use your lazy learners. This is all about your last topic, that is about your lazy learners. Thank you.